Hello, it's Veronica from the Side Chicks, and I'm back with another interesting food for thought. I'm going to be talking about forgiveness, not just only about forgiveness, but what happens when that person dies that you find no closure because you either wronged them or you were wronged by that person. So the topic is all about forgiveness beyond death, knowing when to move forward. Forgiveness is a journey that often extends beyond the confines of life itself. When those we need to forgive or seek forgiveness that have passed away, how do we know when it's time to really move forward? Is it that simple? Is it that easy? Do I even know what the hell I'm talking about? Absolutely. Being a certified crisis counselor and also been helping people um, find the dots to connect meaning, to connect with a line of connection to those that have passed on, that are deceased. It's a very trying notion. It's a matter of stretching belief. It is beyond belief, just like that show. However, settling more into reality, it takes your understanding of the weight of unresolved emotions and how that affects each and every one of us. Unresolved emotions can linger long after a loved one has passed. Guilt, regret, sorrow. These can turn into really heavy burdens to carry. But forgiveness is the key that can unlock the door to healing and peace. Is there such a thing as just waking up the next morning and knowing that everything's going to be all right? We have that built-in sense that without closure, we're going to have a hell of a time moving on. Or is there another way to move forward? So, as we try to get clarity in times where there's death or near death experiences that affect each and every one of us, there's also signs that point towards a time to move forward. Knowing when to move forward with forgiveness beyond death involves recognizing certain signs. For instance, if you have persistent feelings of guilt or regret, these can weigh heavily within our hearts and minds. They can hold us back from living fully and enjoying the present moment. But understanding and addressing these emotions can pave the way to healing and self-compassion. Compassion, when it comes down to it, it's basically learning how to live within yourself, within your pain, acknowledging that something is wrong, reaching out, whether it being to somebody over the phone where you don't have to have visual contact, or whether it's a hug from a friend without saying a word. It's all about them opening up to your heart, creating that etherical cord so that you can move forward and feeling strengthened and emboldened at the same time. As long as you understand guilt and regret, and when it comes about, and acknowledge what is really starting to trigger this overwhelming sensation that you've done something wrong or you failed in an obligation. Guilt and regret are constant companions, like misery and loneliness. When we regret something that happened a long time ago, it does create the footsteps for what your current reality can turn into. Wishing away what you could have changed and implementing what you could have done, there's no really secure way of actually having solid results. Both of these emotions that are guilt and regret, they do have an impact. It's important once you acknowledge these, they become important signals for growth and change. The impact of persistent guilt and regret can come in different forms. They can lead to a cycle of self-blame and negativity. They can affect our mental and physical health, our relationships, and our overall well being. It's essential to recognize when guilt and regret are visiting, or they're just plainly holding us back. With this in mind, steps to overcome persistent guilt and regret is not that simple. Or according to some, it's as easy as changing your mindset. It involves a journey of self awareness. These feelings can give way to forgiveness and acceptance. Here are some steps to guide you. Acknowledge your feelings. You must acknowledge your feelings. Look yourself in the mirror and see if you can do it in the first 2.5 seconds. You must acknowledge your feelings. It's important to admit and recognize your feelings of guilt and regret. Reflect on the cause. Understand what triggered these emotions and why they persisting. Seek forgiveness. If possible, seek forgiveness from those that you may have wronged, including yourself. Learn from the experience. Identify the lessons you've learned and how they can help you grow. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Understand that everyone makes mistakes and has regrets. Nobody is immune to feelings, especially guilt and regret. I was just thinking that some of the most horrible narcissistic people that have come into my life, and probably into yours too, have luggage that are full of lots of persistent guilt and regret. And in being in that narcissistic, egoistic stage, they tend to lug that around and they constantly look for people to carry that with them, to share the load. Your responsibility is to yourself. Your obligation and your duty is to take care of your mental health, your well-being. Being positive is a true step of moving forward. It's letting go of the past. It involves focusing on the present. If your mind keeps flip-flopping in the past, and what Harry, Bob, David, and Robert all did to you, or Samantha, Sammy Joe, Bobby Joe, Bobby Boo, any one of those did anything wrong to you, you wronged them or they wronged you. It's time to let go. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Surround yourself with positive influences. People of the same mindset that want to move forward are going to help you practice mindfulness, are going to help you stay grounded in the here and now. It's all about the experiences of staying in the here and now. That's how you move forward with positivity. It's one of the most unique steps you're going to be able to do with yourself. And most importantly, these persistent feelings of guilt or regret don't have to define your life. By understanding these emotions and taking steps to address them, you can find peace and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and positivity. Embrace the journey of healing and let go of the past, knowing that brighter days are ahead. Come and experience the art of undoing with these helpful tips from Veronica of the Side Chicks. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We are not giving medical advice. Please seek a professional. Thank you, and come and join us up on our Facebook page at Transcend11 on Facebook, and the link is going to be in the description. Thanks. Till next time.